Listen, there is no easy way to say this, so I'm just gonna say it. Yeah, I saw an old lady take a shit in front of my school that I teach at.
Welcome to the internet. Have a look around.
I can tell you have questions and you look a little confused, so I'm gonna explain it to you guys. But first off, welcome back to this train wreck of a channel. I'm your conductor to Tolbit. Anyways, before we get into this video, a few disclaimers, and by that I just mean one disclaimer. I swear a lot in my videos, so if you're someone who's incredibly sensitive to certain words, then perhaps you can scare you off mic because this video ain't for you. Yeah, just kind of out there for you guys because I'm not really a lady. Also, just want to throw out there, I am not a makeup artist. I just slap shit on and hope for the best, and I'm just like, you do you, girl. So if you're coming to me for makeup advice, I'm gonna be confused. I'm gonna be like, girl, I am the Dollar General store knockoff beauty guru on YouTube, so don't come to me for makeup advice. I'm just throwing that out there. That should have been my second disclaimer. Anyways, let's get into this video. The one day I actually decided to drag my ass out of bed at 7 instead of at 9, close to 10, was the day I saw this Ajuma take a shit. And if you're that one person that's like,
why didn't you take a picture? How do we know you're not like,
bitch, I'm not gonna take a picture of an Ajuma taking a squat. If it was a cat doing the moonwalk, then sure, I'd take a video or a picture. But this was like a human being just taking a dump in front of my school. It's 7 in the morning, the sun is out, the weather's perfect. I'm able to wear a nice sweater, cute outfit, my hair is done, my makeup's done. I look good. I feel good. I feel great even. I get on the bus, I'm like, man, I'm going to school a few hours before I actually feel put together. You know what I mean? I was a boss woman that morning. God had other plans for me. He's like, bitch, you thought. The minute I get off my bus, I start walking to my school. Now, my bus stop is like a few feet away from this entrance. It's kind of like a shortcut way to get to my school. I don't know how to explain it to you, but my school is literally facing out to this street, this road, and behind it is a mountain, so like you're literally in front of the school. I turn around the corner and I just see this Ajuma squatting, and her friend is standing right above her or like next to her, holding up her cardigan while she's taking a dump.
I made you some content.
Boy, if you don't listen, I'm all about you doing what you want to do. Live your life, do what you want to do. You do you, girl. You be a boss babe. But can you not do that in front of my school where there are children? I'm not even talking about like teenager children. I'm talking about elementary age kids. Can you imagine your 3-year-old self, your 5-year-old self, your 10-year-old self just seeing a wrinkly old ass just out at 10:30 in the morning in front of your school taking a shit while her friend is helping you? Like, that shit, like, I'm traumatized and I'm 25. Can you imagine what a 5-year-old is gonna go through? I'm really not gonna get into the details of it because it was so traumatic, but there was a lot of grunting and swearing involved. I knew what they were saying. This poor grandma, I think, ate something wrong, which is a mood, like, yes, swear it out, do what you need to do. But at the same time, really, I feel like my life kind of flashed before my eyes because we made eye contact.
What you say?
We made eye contact, and that was the worst part. It wasn't her like doing it, it was her making eye contact with me, and I can just remember the uncomfortable feeling that we both, I think, experienced at the same time. Mine was in confusion, hers was probably, I don't even think she was embarrassed, because like if you had any shred of embarrassed this whatever, you would not be doing that. Let me tell you something. My school is in a small town, and I'm talking about like there are probably 4 streets. It's small. It's a rural town. So that means everybody knows everybody, right? And if you're an Ajuma, which means you're an old lady, then everyone definitely knows you. So my point is, just not 2-minute walk down the street, there's a fucking convenience store that you could go to the bathroom in. I'm just confused, okay? Girl, the fact that we made eye contact, I'm still traumatized about this. We made eye contact. I don't think you guys understand. We made eye contact. It's one thing to accidentally glance and look at someone, but when you both make eye contact while one is taking a shit in front of your school by the street,
I made you some content.
I'm gonna just leave it to you. Anyways, moving on. After we made that awkward eye contact, she just goes, she's literally screaming, go, leave, this is me. Like, I want to go, but at the same time, I'm really scared of moving. What if I do this? And then she's just like, yeah, kiss it, yeah. And I'm just like, what do I do? Like, she's already yelling at me while taking a shit. And her friend is literally just being like I give a shit. Imagine Lotus is the Harmony, right? The one that's taking a shit. She's literally like this. And like, she's looking at me like this too. And I'm trying my best not to look at her because I'm already looking at the person that's taking a shit. My thing is, it's like, what do I do when you've got two grannies that they look like they could bury you and make it look like an accident? What do I do? She points to the entrance and she's just screaming at me to go. After a few minutes of just standing there looking like a complete idiot, I ran. After I got into my school, my classroom, I was so traumatized I couldn't really talk about it. And I'm just like, how does one go about saying, I just watched this grandma take a shit?
What you say?
I had a feeling that this was something that's kind of normal. Because there were cars that were driving by when this happened and none of them were slowing down or reprimanding them and being like, why are you doing this, lady? Like, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe this is normal and this is a culture shock for me. I know people in America are gross, but I've never once seen someone drop it low and actually drop one low. And the thing is, I don't know why I'm laughing because this isn't funny, but this isn't the first time I've seen someone like drop their pants low and take a leak or shit. Have I told you guys that one time I saw this mom just letting her kids in broad daylight take a whiz? Girl, let me tell you. Listen, if I had to see this, you're gonna hear about this too because we're all in this together, bitch. We're all gonna need therapy after this video. I'm laughing, but I'm really dead on the inside. I was walking my dog. I live by the ocean and there's this pier that I go to all the time and it's always crowded. This pier has a lot of people out. It's probably, I think it was like 5:30 in the afternoon. I just see this mom with her two sons and her two kids they look like they're second and third graders. I hear this one kid start crying and start saying something. His brother just goes, Natu, like, me too, me too, me too. And the mom was like, it's okay, yeah. And then before I know it, I'm like, oh my god, are those penises? In broad daylight, she just whoosh, and then she's like, just pee right there in front of a playground. There is a playground and then there's like a bridge that goes to the pier. And there's a lot of people walking by and no one's batting an eye. And I'm just standing there with my dog like, should I just turn around and go? And like, these kids are laughing and having the greatest time of their life. And I'm like, man, I wish I had that much joy taking a whiz. But like, you're in public. Ma'am, there is a bathroom literally not even 5 minutes down the street. There are bathrooms available. This is what like boggles my mind. There are bathrooms that are actually really clean, that it's available for everyone to use. And yet you're letting your two sons urinate. It's like, it's one thing if it's a dog whizzing, but it's your sons. I'm so confused. So like, yeah, if you're coming to Korea, expect this to happen. You know what the worst part was about that? It was one of those little fuckers saw my dog. He literally turns around, butt ass naked. Oh, it's a dog, cute. I'm like, oh my god, it's a naked kid. Not cute, not cute. This is not okay. And I picked up Lotus. I fucking ran. I didn't realize how traumatized I actually am now that I'm talking about it. I saw an Azuma take a shit. I saw two kids take a whiz. I really wish I could say this was it of public exposure, but no. Another thing you will be thinking when you come here is the ajushi. The old guys just whipping it out and taking a whiz. Ajushis, they don't care. As long as they can just go, they will literally go anywhere. Tell me why my dog has more decorum or like manners than these men out here. At least she finds a spot where no one can really see her but me. She's kind of shy when she goes. And maybe it's because I'm out here raising a lady, or maybe she just understands the assignment. She's like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to bend down in an angle where no one's gonna see. But these people out here just be whipping it out. Again, this might be a culture shock. This might be a norm here in Korea, but that's something that most people don't want to see. Culture shock is supposed to be the difference of the food, the way of life. Culture shock isn't whipping out your little shrimp and just taking a whiz in front of everyone. That is not a culture shock. That should not be the culture shock. If I have to see one more old wrinkly ass, I don't know what I'll do. I really don't know, but I have a feeling jail might be involved. I'm de-stressing. distressing. I'm distressing. It's not working. Why isn't it working? Anyways, rant over. This was it as a video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys are doing well. Stay hydrated, be kind to yourselves, and remember, self-affirmations, that's part of being kind to yourselves. I will come out tomorrow. Notice I've been traumatized. Love me. Listen, you're my form of therapy because I'm broke, okay? Goodbye.